Absolutely brilliant. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what you've been waiting for. Alex de Minaur has beaten fellow Aussie Jordan Thompson to make the last 8 at the US Open. He'll play British lefty Jack Draper. It's one of those games. He won to zip in the first set, Alex, but then Jordan came back, took him to 4 sets. It wasn't the greatest game, but got an Aussie through, which is brilliant.
Yeah, it was an excellent game, Fletch. Their baseline rallies were quite strong throughout the entire game.
Yeah, I thought so. His double-handed backhand down the lines, I was very impressive. Very impressive.
De Minaur, number 10 in the world.
Australian tennis players going at the moment, though. Here's something you guys would not have known.
Mind-blowing fact.
It's the first time since 1982 that we've had 10 Aussie men in the top 100.
Wow. That is amazing
incredible.
Because 1982...
What's happened? I can't remember. I wasn't alive then. So.
Yeah. Well, 1982, Wimbledon was Connors-McEnroe, and I think Jimmy Connors was ATP #1 in the world. So it was a golden era. So to have 10 in the top 100 back then was pretty good. I mean, Pat Cash would have been one of them. He wins
Woodies.
Yeah, who else?
Probably not.
Yeah, well, we're...
let's not spend too much time on that.
Spend too much time on that. Whatever happens to Alex de Minaur, he won't leave anything behind. He's an absolute out-and-out competitor, as he said post-game.
It's just the mentality. I mean, positive mindset no matter what. Try to play every point, try to win every point, and yeah, just as always, compete my heart out. So.
And he does compete his heart out, goes into that top 8, as we said. The match, of course, wasn't without controversy. Thompson's hat fell off, retrieving a lob. As you can see, this is in the 3rd set. And down it goes. You can see that de Minaur is ready to smash away here, and the umpire rules that the point has to be replayed.
Well, Thompson knew it, though. He's standing back there making absolutely no attempt to move, if you watch him. He's just pointing out that his hat's fallen down. Someone...
What am I going to do? My hat's on the floor. What I'm ruling, though, if you do that, the point's replayed. You've got to have a first serve, and he wins that point.
It's ridiculous. Everyone will be trying to get their hats off when they feel like
Pick it off accidentally.
Yeah.
It was a night game too. Why were they wearing hats?
So you can do that.
Yeah.
Lights.
Has he got long hair? A number of reasons.
Yeah.
It's a good look.
It's
a good look.
It might be superstition.
Yeah, he might be called Demon, but he's a nice guy, as we all know. But you also have to have villains in this game, and Yulia Putina filled that role beautifully. Look at this. This is absolute nonsense with this ball.
This is crazy.
So she's losing.
She's losing.
And she's lost it. And to that I say, Tony, niet, Yulia, niet.
She eventually takes that ball, and she did. She was, obviously booed by the crowd, as you can hear. She apologised, I think, on Instagram, saying she was just peeved with losing herself, losing that game. Didn't even really notice the ball kid. She
Didn't notice.
Didn't notice.
Once she's staring
looking at
that moment.
Staring right through her.
Yeah.
As my mum would have said, she's a real piece of work.
Russian Andrey Rublev, he's big on the self-discipline. He disciplined himself again during his loss to Grigor Dimitrov.
Jeez.
Choosing corporal punishment, obviously. The great thing, he needed an injury timeout.
No, he shouldn't get one.
Don't you reckon?
Yeah. If you do that to yourself...
Correct.
You shouldn't be able to take a time out.
Yeah.
No.
That's ridiculous.
You don't see golfers doing that, do you?
Smashing their clubs or...
Over their heads.
Over their heads or in their legs.
Well, they wouldn't get up from that. That's problematic.
No, Dennis Lilly, I suppose.
Absolutely. He's a serial offender, though, Rublev. He was much sterner on himself, actually, at the French Open, remember?
Did he take an injury time out after that as well?
Kicking.
I had to be his dog.
He's going home to someone.
He's kicking his dog.
Someone's suffering.
Needs to have a chat to someone, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. Remember 6 years ago, we showed you this vision from Wimbledon. Superstars on the court, but just have a check out this young fella. Just read a book was far more interesting. The kids read books back then. So much has changed. Look at this kid here. This is from the US Open this week. Book boy meet virtual reality boy. Now,
what's he doing?
You know what? I think...
Is he flicking pages?
The reality space is climbing, and it's getting... The technology is so good. You watch his clappings at the same time as everyone else. I think he's watching the game.
But it's already in 3D.
No, that's what I mean, though. But I think he's doing it virtually sitting there.
I thought he was on a dating app.
Swiping.
It's probably only you who could have said it. to be honest with you.
They're very dangerous virtual reality goggles.
Or
You've got
dating
to-
apps.
Yeah, both.
Dating apps.